stuff. But we're actually live now. We're live on YouTube and Periscope. We're not live on Twitch, but we're also going to go live on Anchor.
Covering all the bases.
Yes. Have you heard of Anchor?
I have not heard of Anchor.
Anchor is it's basically an app that allows you to stream to a bunch of different podcasting platforms. So like Spotify and Apple,
right.
Google. Yeah, it's pretty good. I love Anchor actually, and I sound like advertising for it. But so we're on Anchor, and hey Rosemary, and so this is Jalen. And
guys.
Jalen is new on this live stream. Jalen, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and why you're in DC.
So I'm in DC now. One, to hang out with a few friends. Also, I'm here because I actually am helping consult on a campaign down in Florida. So I'm here to get some connections, and then to have fun while you're doing it. You gotta have fun while you're doing it. So yeah.
Do you live in Florida?
I live in Florida. I live near Fort Lauderdale. Not in Fort Lauderdale, near.
And so how did you get involved with like political campaigning and stuff?
Funny enough, I'm also an assistant for somebody who is a political consultant, to say the absolute least I can.
Okay. How old are you, by the way?
19.
You're 19?
19.
Oh my god, I feel so old.
I went to Stoneman Douglas, graduated last year.
Oh my gosh, yeah, guys.
Yeah.
This guy went to Stoneman Douglas High School, which is the high school that was shot in the Parkland shooting of last year, right?
Right. That was the year I graduated.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so that's how I really got thrust into politics.
Okay.
Just getting involved with that. So, between March for Our Lives and all that stuff, and, it was all a big shit show.
And what are you doing now? Yeah, you can say that now. I'm sure you can say that.
Well, it's live, so I already said it,
Yeah, I put it in the. I don't even know what's going on because
it's
2 days ago.
That's what they say now.
It's malarkey. 2 days ago, I put the word SHIT in my headline, and YouTube was the one that kept shutting it down. But then last night, YouTube wasn't shutting it down. I don't know what was shutting it down, but yeah, it was really strange.
Well, sometimes that happens, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we're still here.
So are you in school now?
I am in school, so I'm studying finance and international relations. I'm going to switch that to communication and finance. I like finance.
Nice. So you're not interested in international relations?
I'm interested in it, but I can study that without getting the degree in it,
Right.
It's like I want to learn Russian just because, I feel like that interests me.
Right.
Just to learn the language. Honestly, it's partially just to troll people too. But,
yeah, it's cool to know a different language. You just you're like a different person. You can just be like, you're having a conversation, you just be like blah 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 blah, blah in German, and you just totally throw them off, and
yes, you will.
You sound cool.
What's even better is when you say it under your breath to somebody, and they know you said something that was derogatory, but they don't know what you said, so it's not like they can really be bad at you.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah. Do you guys hear this, by the way? I think I might put this mic in and see if it sounds a little better. All right. Boom.
There you go.
Is this better? I feel so official right now.
You don't know how many times I hear that a day.
Why? What?
That I look like a young Tracy Morgan. I hear
Tracy
that
Morgan? Who said that?
so many times a day. It's crazy.
Yes. I saw that.
That is very true. If Tracy Morgan needs to be in a movie where he needs a younger version of himself, he's always welcome to give me a call. Always.
Let me Google this. Don't tell them. Don't tell them that I'm Googling this. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh.
I got a picture. I got a picture too. Unfortunately, guys, you all are right. You all are very right.
You take a picture with him?
No. Oh no, where is it? Yeah, so I've been told this pretty much every day of my life. Here you go. you were seeing a picture of Tracy Morgan and myself.
That's like also that picture of you is a really bad one to compare to that.
There's Tracy Morgan and myself. I guess I'm him.
That's a really bad picture to compare. I mean, he looks awful, and you look like you look pretty good. Like
You hear that, guys?
it's a bad comparison. But no, I could totally see why people would say that. I mean, he's not really so good looking, but like this one maybe. Like I think it's like the smile. There's like something like
There's
jovial.
something in there, guys.
It's a bad.
If you all want to see Inception, there you go.
Yeah, so watch it. Yeah, he's got kind of like a, like he's very like happy smile.
His eyebrows are a lot thicker than mine, which is very rare to find somebody like that.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah, thick eyebrows are cool. I used to have thick eyebrows before I just fixed it up a lot.
Nothing offends me more than a barber shaving my eyebrows without my permission. No. Nothing offends me more. Yeah. By the way, I'm from Kentucky originally. From Louisville, Kentucky. I came to Florida in 2016. So if you mention Chick-fil-A around me, I'm all for it. But if you mention KFC, we got a problem. We have a very serious problem on our hands. The only account that I have blocked on Twitter and Instagram is KFC. I am so serious about it. These are not lies. It is all truthful. I will block no one else but KFC.
So KFC is not allowed on this stream. No KFC fans.
Exactly.
Is that really Nick Fuentes?
Blocked account. KFC. Instagram. Just is.
Okay, so Jalen is here, and we watched the live stream. We watched the Dem Debates tonight, and I think Jalen watched more of it. I was mostly on my phone, doing TikToks, and I was doing, Snapchat filters on the candidates. But what did you think? What did you think overall? Who did the best in the debate tonight, and who did the worst?
I think Julian Castro probably, he held strong with doing pretty good job, in my opinion. Obviously, Joe Biden did terribly. I think he did at least. Kirsten Gillibrand, I don't even want to mention her after what I'm about to say. She just did a terrible job, point blank, period. Don't ever mention her. She's not a contender for anything in life. Her performance was so bad. She at times realized that she was doing so terribly that she almost just walked off the stage and quit in that moment. That's how bad it was. It was very evident. Anyway, besides her irrelevantness.
Yeah, I think in general she seems a little bit out of touch. In general.
Right. A little too rehearsed.
She's trying too much to be Hillary Clinton, the younger version.
Exactly, and I can understand that was her mentor, growing up and getting through the ranks and all that stuff. But I mean, at the same time, you should know that you have to be your own person because that's what people want. They want authenticity, and I don't think she displayed that at all. But on the other end of the spectrum, we had Kamala Harris, who did a pretty decent job. It wasn't the best. She did a better job last time, in my opinion. But she did a pretty decent job. Cory Booker did a great job, I think.
Really? You
I
thought
think
Cory
so.
Booker did a good job?
I think he did.
I felt like he was being so
Compared to other people, yes.
Yeah.
He was being Cory Booker, Joe Biden, I sort of felt bad for him a few times because I was like...
Because everyone was like...
I was like, this guy, he had it in his hands just a few years ago. All he had to do was run, and he decided not to. Now his moment has passed, and he's just hoping for one last chance of victory, and he's not going to get it. I don't think he's going to win the nomination. Sorry to say.
Who do you think is gonna? Who do you think has a good shot in general? Kamala, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I feel like she probably has the best chance. Elizabeth Warren, I feel like is going to continue to slide down. I think she'd be a pretty good matchup in the debate.
Okay.
Marianne Williamson, whole nother level. She's obviously queen. Don't even have to talk about that. And Julian Castro, I think, is doing a very decent job. I think he'd be a good vice presidential pick. in my opinion. Michael Bennett, I can't not look at his mouth and just wonder how this
Who's
thing.
Michael Bennett?
A senator from Pennsylvania? It's not Pennsylvania, is it?
I don't even know who Michael
Bob
Bennett
Casey is a senator of Pennsylvania. I don't know. Bob Casey.
I didn't even know Bill de Blasio was running, and I kept seeing him in the thing.
Who voted for this man?
Bill de Blasio?
Yeah. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah,
Every time
know.
I saw him speak. I'll say this. There was one good thing that he did say, and that was in regards to impeachment. He was saying pretty much, yes, we should at least look at impeaching the president, but we can't lose sight that the American people don't really care as much about that as they do actually us getting things done for them that actually affect their lives. I think that was a very good thing. That was the only reasonable thing I've ever heard him actually say.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing. Yeah. I don't remember anybody else on stage because everybody else was irrelevant.
Everyone was irrelevant. What about, like, a lot of people are saying, like, have you seen OJ's video?
Oh yeah.
You saw the video?
Oh yeah. I said if OJ is endorsing Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang, then they must be killer candidates. They must be killer candidates if he's endorsing
Killer
them.
candidates. Oh my gosh.
Seriously, I mean, if O.J. Simpson sounds like a reasonable person on Twitter, we're in a whole nother world.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
A lot of people have been really excited about Tulsi and Andrew Yang.
Yeah. I think they, mentioned some things that are definitely different from what a lot of other people in the party are focused on. Between Andrew Yang, who's obviously his own spectrum, especially on his key issue, which is the what do they call it? The freedom dividend.
Yeah, the UBI. You know what I like about Andrew Yang? I like that he's not like, ooh.
He's not trying too hard.
Yeah.
He's not being pompous. He's just like, here's what we're going to do. I don't like that he's not wearing a tie. Clearly that bothers me. But I think that he's showing some sort of authenticity and showing that he's actually looking to find ideas that not many people are talking about and seeing how they can be implemented in actual society rather than just on paper. So I think that's definitely refreshing.
Yeah.
I do disagree with him on some other things.
Right.
Don't agree with Medicare for all, all that stuff. But so I think it's definitely something that's fresh, and I think more people would enjoy seeing that type of out of the box thinking going forward.
Yeah. Also, like, I really like that Andrew Yang is not. He doesn't feel like a party loyalist in any way, and in fact, he almost seems blind to it. Like, he almost seems like, oh well, I don't even know if he ever went on Tucker Carlson's show, but like, oh, Tucker Carlson wanted me to go on his show. Okay, I'll go on his show. Oh,
He's like, fine,
Rachel
let's do it.
Maddow, so he doesn't really care. He doesn't seem to care about people's political leanings or whatever. For him, it's like, okay, he just seems like a very pragmatic.
Yeah. He actually wants to focus on the policy, not the person being himself. He understands that people actually want to see solutions rather than just people spewing the same 4 talking points constantly. I will say that he does need to sort of diversify his messaging a little bit, because if he becomes, a one-issue guy, then he's not going to get anywhere, just like Jay Inslee, who don't know why he's actually picturing himself in the Oval Office, because it's clearly not going to happen.
Right.
Climate change, yes, it's a problem, but still at the same time, you can't expect people to just rally behind you and expect you to think like a sane person on a bunch of different issues if you're only talking about one thing. So I think there's definitely a problem that Andrew Yang may end up facing as he goes forward within the primary, but right now I think he's doing a good job. He's definitely gaining a lot of momentum, especially amongst people who are libertarians and independents who see this as out of the box thinking, something fresh, something that's, like you said, pragmatic, and something they want to see more of. So I like that.
Yeah. And Tulsi
Gabbard, I think she's boring. I think she's boring as a person. I think she's hitting a good drum. She's not going to get anywhere, but she's hitting a good drum right now with her anti-war stance.
She's been defending conservatives too. Like, she's she's not like Andrew Yang in that she doesn't,
She definitely sees a party line a little bit,
right.
but she's willing to move across that party line and criticize those within her party and within the other party who aren't actually doing anything but worsening a problem that is wars in multiple countries without actually pulling people out and causing greater detriment than they were there to solve in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually pulling out of Afghanistan now, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, they're doing a slow pull out. I think there's going to be some problems.
The pull out! I'm kidding. Sorry, continue.
You got to be very good at that. Otherwise, it'll cause more problems than you will expect.
Exactly. Always make sure to pull out.
Always. Unless you're planning. Anyway.
Unless you want
planning
problems in your life. So
right.
pull out of Afghanistan.
Pull out of Afghanistan for the children. For the
exactly.
children. So Tulsi Gabbard's drum. She's beating the right drum. But it's not going to get her anywhere. Like I said, you can't be a one-issue person. I think she's boring. She does not have any charisma. She's at this point in politics, you gotta be very interesting, right? People don't want boring. They want something that's new, fresh, and sounds like it's too good to believe. Which is why people are all on the Green New Deal.
I would actually be really happy with Andrew Yang as president. President Yang Wang. Because...
Marianne Williamson all day. All day. I'm switching my party registration to Democrat just to vote for her in the primary. That's not a joke, folks.
She's definitely a show. I didn't even know
Seriously.
who she was.
She just came out of nowhere. She just came out of this portal into our universe and was like, I'm here to fix everything. And that's what she's doing right now. That's what she's doing. She teleported here, guys. There's no mistake about it.
From someone's fortune teller ball.
Yeah. I want to talk about that, actually. Marianne Williamson. The first debate was definitely an introduction to who Marianne Williamson is. I mean, just imagine this. Here's the difference between her and President Trump back when he first announced he was running. People knew who Trump was, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like... It didn't hit them in the face too much.
Yeah, even my mom knew who Trump was, and my mom is not political in any way. She was like, oh yeah, I'm voting for, Trump, everybody knows who Trump is.
I know who he was in 4th grade and 5th grade. As a matter of fact, there was this picture that I deleted coincidentally right before he announced he was running for president, that I took when I was 12 or 11 or something. And it was me with a wig on and me going like this. And I added him into the photo and all of that stuff. And I deleted it right before he ran for president, unfortunately.
Why? Oh, just because?
Yeah, I was like, okay. I'm getting older. I'm in high school. Why is this there? So I deleted it. But Marianne Williamson, people knew who she was, but people didn't know who she was. And when you go on a debate stage just out of nowhere, no one knows who you are, and they're like, listening to all these people talk about serious ideas, and then they hear someone talking about combating the dark psychic forces of hate with love and crystals and all. I promise you, it wakes people up, and they're like, "Wow,
where is she
okay."
from again? Is she
Texas? She's from Texas. I think Sugar Land,
gosh.
Texas, maybe.
I thought she was from California or something.
She has.
Would've made
she has
sense.
quite the voice and quite the personality, but she's more coherent than people thought she was, and that was displayed last night in the debate, especially when she brought up the reparations thing. She definitely
What
hit
did she
home on
say? I
that.
actually didn't even. I wasn't
She
even
actually
watching, to
broke
be
down
honest.
some math to it, which is something that not many people had done. And she made a solid sort of moral argument, basically saying this is what was promised, and we have to uphold that promise, which is 40 acres and a mule, and that would equate to between, 100 billion to 200 billion or something like that in today's dollars. But at least she actually took the time to put out a number rather than, just saying we need to do this because people feel bad about it. I mean, myself, I'm not necessarily for it. You know, I think that's going to cause more problems because then you're going to have to, like, sort out who actually gets it and who doesn't, because then it's based on race, and I don't think that's a good thing, because then at the same time you're discriminating. I don't see why people don't understand that, but apparently they don't. But I think it's something that at least she took the time to put a number out there for people to actually look at.
Yeah.
And, you know, see whether or not that's too much, too little, and sort of debate that amongst each other, rather than debating whether or not we should have it.
This is my first time hearing about the 40 acres and a mule.
Yeah, that was my first time hearing about it too. I looked into it.
What is that? What's like the thing behind that?
Pretty much after the Civil War, all this stuff, and there was a general who pretty much promised that everyone who was fighting in the Union Army, all the blacks who were fighting in the Union Army, were going to get 40 acres and a mule. That never happened.
Oh,
so
man.
they used a monetary equation to, pretty much give a number as to what that would be in today's dollars, and then they would have to figure out how to distribute that to everybody who would be eligible for that. But at the same time, like I said, you're discriminating if you're doing that based on race. So why does that help the situation? I don't know. I think it just makes it worse, because then people are going to argue about it. Why don't I get this if blah, 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 blah. My great-grandparent was black and
then,
all
of
this
course,
stuff.
there's all the fraud stuff that happens.
Right. There's so many layers to this. There's more than just throwing out a number, but at least she put something out there that seems substantive. So I think that was a good thing to do.
Yeah, good for her. I mean, it's always nice to see candidates that are, like, a little different and aren't just...
Yeah.
Just, like, spewing, like, some talking points or whatever.
Right. You don't want a carbon copy of each other. I mean, that's pretty much what it seemed like at certain times with certain people on that stage.
Yeah.
Especially the pushovers like Michael Bennett.
Yeah.
Who
Which I don't
needs to, like, get lip injections or something, because watching him speak is quite simply the most terrifying thing. I feel like there's no problem that our country has that's more imminent than seeing him speak. That's the most existential problem that our country faces, watching Michael Bennett speak. But I'm not going to hit him up over the head.
My worst person to watch was Cory Booker, because I felt like he was... Oh, wow. We got 10%. We got 10% on this. So when this dies,
10%.
we have to... If this dies, then the stream is over.
We can figure out a way.
No, we can do it. So my least favorite person on the stage was Cory Booker, because he was just... and it wasn't this... He was actually pretty good compared to how he normally is in this debate. Like, he was a good version of himself, but he's just in general always... I feel like he's always on a high horse. And even tonight, actually, he did that tonight. He's like, we have to, we have to be together. We have to, like, he almost seems like a gatekeeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have to do this. Is this person and that person, like, he's fighting with Joe Biden, for example, right. And then he's like, why are you all fighting? And it's like, well, you're also fighting. That's the whole point of this debate, is to prove yourself. Like, just always on some high horse. And then he was doing the thing about, like, pitting immigrants against each other.
Yeah. Well, honestly, Cory Booker, he at least wasn't doing his performance that he did during the Kavanaugh hearings. That's one thing that surprised me, especially in the first debate, because I was just expecting it. I was expecting him to go through that, sort of fake rage that he likes to do in congressional hearings. But he didn't do that. So I think that was a step up. That gave me some type of hope that he'd be a normal person in the debates. I think he's doing better than I thought he would do.
Yeah.
So that's probably what's shaping my opinion on him
less of
right
a
now.
Theater act.
Exactly. That's being reserved for people like Kamala Harris, who at times seems so disingenuous.
Yeah.
Completely. But,
She does that too, but I don't know why when Cory Booker does it, it makes me more mad.
Well, they all do something. Like Joe Biden, he does this thing whenever he wants...
But the children.
Oh, there was this very good point that Andrew Yang did bring up during his closing statement, which I really liked. He was like, we're all sitting up here, in suits and with makeup on our face, and this is like a reality show. No wonder Trump got into office. And I was like, that's a very good point. This just seems like a reality show.
Yeah.
Like, I can just see, like, Lisa Ann and all the other housewives just, like, fighting over a dinner whenever I'm looking at them. Like, this is all it seems like.
Marianne Williamson and, like, the housewives. How perfect would that be?
That would be a show. So somebody needs to contact, like, every reality show network right now. Like, I need... What are they? What are the reality show networks?
HBO.
HBO. We need a... Is it HBO?
I don't know. Reality... One second.
We're going to find this out, guys.
Reality show networks.
Let's see.
A&E. Bravo.
A&E. Bravo. That's the one. We need to contact Bravo and E.
And TLC.
Yes, all of them. All of them.
VH1, MTV, History.
History doesn't
I
count.
think E is and Bravo are like the top two that I feel like I keep watching. What's on E? I think the Kardashians are on E. Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I need to watch those because I keep seeing the memes for them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I might watch it. I said I never would, but I might do it just for the fun of it. Just for the memes, guys. Debate was better on Tuesday.
The Keeping Up with the Kardashians is on E. I used to watch that show, like...
Never seen an episode. Never seen more than, like, 10 seconds of it.
The thing is, people always make fun of reality TV, and people are like, ew, like, what garbage, whatever, so useless. Okay, you think it's useless, but the fact is that this is running our culture, and this is what...
Yes.
These people make so much money. These people become president and leaders, and these people are influencing people's like lives.
They get people out of jail. Tonight they argued too much with each other, and they were And they were gunning for Kamala and Biden. Oh yeah, they argued a lot. It was a lot more respectful.
Yeah.
I think I'm surprised they showed Michael Bennett as much as they did, to be very honest. That was really strange.
Yeah,
they showed him a lot more than Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh yeah, they don't like Tulsi Gabbard.
Well, she's boring, so that's probably why. She's so boring. Oh my goodness.
Michael Bennett.
Like her suit, she looked nice. She looked perfect today, but...
Oh yeah. I mean, they showed Michael Bennett a lot. Yeah.
Colorado.
Oh, it's so funny because we were watching it, and there was this girl... Steph says CNN tried to stir up so much drama.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, there were these people in the audience. What were they yelling in the audience?
I have no idea, to be honest. I don't know if they were yelling Buttigieg 2020 or Biden or whatever they were doing.
Yeah, because they were doing it while Biden was talking.
I heard they did it while Corey was talking at the beginning, but I missed that part.
Oh, yeah, me too. But when Michael Bennett was talking, there was a girl we were watching with a group of people, and this one girl was like, who would actually get in bed with that guy? With Michael Bennett, because
just imagining
he's so
him talking
dry.
Dirty to you in your ear.
Yeah, like he just seems so dry that like, how can
America has to actually be on a path of success. Like, please find lips first of all, and then use them. To be very honest, I think this man just didn't grow up with any sense of how to speak, and his parents just didn't put him in like a class to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was just a quiet kid in school, so he never talked.
Let's see, is he married? Is Michael Bennett married?
You can tell from his Wikipedia page.
Oh, yes, he's married. Oh, my gosh.
Since 1997.
And does he have kids?
Oh, that's probably it. Oh.
He doesn't have kids. They probably...
Oh, also, he was born in India, guys. He was born in India.
He was born in India. How could he run for president?
Because his father was working as an aide to a U.S. ambassador or something like that.
Oh, so he was born in an embassy?
Pretty much, yeah. Just like John McCain was born in Panama.
Oh, okay.
And Ted Cruz was born in Canada.
if you're born in an embassy.
Yeah, because pretty much that's American territory.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do
Yep.
they even let people be born in embassies?
Maybe he wasn't necessarily born in an embassy, but his father was working with them, so it transferred over to him automatically.
Okay. This
It's
is
possible
his
he
wife.
wasn't even in an embassy.
This is Susan Daggett.
I'm not even
His
gonna.
wife.
I'm not gonna try to be mean. I'm not gonna try to be mean. Look.
You're already being mean by saying that. Now we already know what you think.
I'm just saying I can't picture her as a first lady based off of that picture. See,
I can't. I just can't imagine either of them talking dirty to each other.
I
Now
don't
it's
wanna.
just in my head.
No.
Now it's just in my head.
I can like feel his like non-existent lips on my ear right now. That doesn't feel
talking
good, guys.
dirty to you in your lips. I'm going to touch your.
How do you
neck
like
now.
that? Does that feel nice? Do you want me to go a little faster for you?
No, Michael. No, I don't. I want you to
my
go
God.
faster away from me, actually.
Okay, so people are asking. Some people just joined this live stream, and they're asking who you are. So first of all, this is Jalen.
Hi, I'm Jalen. That's Jal.
They missed the introduction
end.
from the beginning.
Uh,
Jalen.
I went to Stoneman Douglas, which is the school down in Parkland that had the
was shot.
shooting. I graduated there that year, so I was there during the shooting.
He's 19 years old.
19.
Sorry. I just think that's
Thanks,
interesting.
Oliver.
I just think that was interesting because, you know, he accomplished a lot. 19.
I'm somebody's assistant who's a political consultant.
He's very well connected in the political world.
Know people. My advice to everybody out there: know somebody.
Yeah.
And then also, I'm helping consult on a campaign down in South Florida.
Amazing.
Actually, it's Central Florida, technically.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
That is, I mean, when I was 19, what was I doing when I was 19? I don't even remember. I was in college. I just came back I was studying abroad in Israel. I came back, and then I
fun.
started taking classes in college.
Israel.
Yeah.
Never been there? Want to go there?
Really?
Yes, I do.
It's cool. It's a cool place. I went because I went for like religious studies. So I studied there but it's interesting. There's a lot of it's a lot of different types of natural resources in one small area, which
I would love to visit there because it's, first of all, I've never been out of the country, so it would be great to just see what the rest of the world
you've
is
never
like.
been out of the country?
I've never been out of the country.
Oh my god.
Guys, I'm from Kentucky. I spent 16 years of my life there. So,
Should I tell you a few places to go?
please.
Okay, so first of all, Israel's pretty cool. There's a lot. I mean, Israel's like being in the Middle East, but like a nice version. And there's like a lot of Americans, so you never
Okay.
you don't have to speak a word of Hebrew. It's just like
I kind
everyone.
of want to
speaks
learn
English.
Hebrew, though. I kind of want to.
Yeah.
It's probably too late, but I kind of want to.
No, it's not too late. I learned Ivrit just by being there for like a year. Because before that, we studied in school, but I never actually.
Paid attention.
Yeah. Oh, Steph Black says she's headed to Israel on Sunday. Wow.
Oh, safe
Enjoy.
travels.
That's so soon. Enjoy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss you. I hope it's not for too long.
Someone says, well, I actually don't want to get this.
Oh, is this the person
Man.
pretending to be Nick Fuentes? The Jews control the world? I don't think that's actually Nick Fuentes. I think it's just someone pretending to be.
Getting lucky in Kentucky. You got to.
So anyway, so Israel's I mean, nobody ever comes back from Israel not like totally fascinated.
It's like, hold on, wait, nobody comes back.
No, they come back. Nobody ever comes back like not totally fascinated. You know, like there's
a lot there, right?
There's so much to see. If you're religious, there's like, you know, Jerusalem is my favorite place because it's kind of a hotbed of all types of ideologies.
Right.
And people are very hardcore in what they believe in. You'll see all kinds of like religious garb of all different types walking around like in the old
sort
city.
of varies, like, because they sort of intersect a lot. Christianity, Judaism, and then Islam.
And there's so many of them, and people are like, oh, there's so much conflict, but the truth is, like, all these different groups are in one small area, and somehow they're still managing to exist,
right.
Which is actually pretty impressive, because
especially when it's something about religion that's had a history of being like a very, very divisive issue that's caused more problems than.
And these people are extreme, like these people who are
wholehearted, orthodox.
Yeah. And
I mean, we sort of have the same. Actually, I can't compare that.
Like, you know, walking around with like the full robes, everybody.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing though to see something like that, especially because, you know, we're here. There's a lot of things we take for granted, and you go to other parts of the world, and it's entirely different.
Yeah.
It makes you appreciate more. Like, for example, I had a relative who went to Italy for a little bit for a study abroad trip, and while she was there, she realized that they didn't really serve cold milk, and their milk didn't taste the same. So when she got back here, she was like, "Oh my God, I cannot have milk without picturing what I had there." It's an entirely different experience. Small things like that. So whether it's milk, whether it's ice cubes in your water, things like that, the smallest little things you will find are different in other parts of the world. So you just got to travel. And I want to see what those differences are and sort of get a better appreciation as to what America offers.
Yeah, I don't like going to... I don't like when I go places, I like going and seeing the main attractions, but also a very important thing for me is to like go and see people and the culture, go and just hang out in the streets. And
that's what I actually did in Baltimore. So I went up to Baltimore to sort of see what it is that was being discussed within, you know, all the stuff with the president, Elijah Cummings, a bunch of other people weighing in, Al Sharpton, who I ended up having a run-in with. He does not trust me, apparently.
You had a run-in with Al Sharpton in Baltimore a couple days ago.
Oh, man.
Crazy?
I should let you see that video. But yeah, we sort of walked around.
And he got it on video.
I got it on video.
By the way, guys, if this shuts down because we're a little bit out of batteries, if this shuts down, subscribe to my channel and like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video, or else I'm going to come and whack your face. And
whack your face.
If you're on Periscope, share.
Michael Bennett will whisper in your ear tonight.
Exactly. But anyway, back to your thought. Don't forget. Back to your thought.
What was my thought?
So he was saying about what happened when he ran into Al Sharpton.
Oh, okay. So I was talking about sort of what I was doing in Baltimore. Is we were going around interviewing a bunch of residents in pretty much the worst parts of Baltimore, sort of talking to them, seeing what their views were on the city and how it's either gotten worse or, you know, whatever. We didn't pitch them any questions that were swayed either way. We were just asking them, are the characterizations that have been displayed correct? And a lot of them agreed. Actually, all of them agreed. 100% of them agreed with what the president was saying about how Baltimore is a rundown city and is crime infested. And there's many problems that are arising and have continued to have gotten worse. So it's starting to spread out. It was just in the east side. Now it's spread out to the west. Now it's spreading out even further. So it's definitely an evolving issue that's not getting any better anytime soon, because people aren't actually taking care of their children, and they're allowing them to go out and do whatever, whether that's, you know, go out and rob somebody, kill somebody. Someone was talking about how people are putting hits out on people for $100. Those types of things are very prominent within Baltimore, and people aren't actually taking those issues seriously because they're trying to cover it up with a lie that it's apparently racist to describe it as crime infested, when that is exactly what every single resident has said. They said that there is a existential problem that needs to be solved, and that is people need to actually take care of their children. Their kids need something to do after school, and in the summer, that's not just going out hanging with bad crowds.